we had a workout, obviously, CrossFit. So we had a 5-round workout with 400-meter runs and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
And then like pancakes, bacon, fruit, all that kind of stuff. So we didn't have the like full Thanksgiving lunch kind of vibe with turkey and all these other things.
Wait, yeah, this is a hot topic question. John, what time is your Thanksgiving meal?
Oh, ours was late evening. So we went over there around 3:30, and I think food was probably 5:30 or 6.
Because it's probably dinner. Thanksgiving dinner.
Yes.
Imagine that. You know, the majority of people in this country eat quote unquote Thanksgiving dinner at like fucking 2 p.m., including now my house, the Brazier household.
Yeah, you got to get all the family together. It's hard to get everybody together in the evenings. It's difficult.
Yeah, it's a completely new thing that I did not know until I met my husband. And we started hosting Thanksgiving a few years into our relationship, where like my family always ate at like 7 because it's fucking dinner. It's Thanksgiving dinner. And it's like this. Now, the more people I talk to, the more I'm like, this is a hot button topic. What time is Thanksgiving? But Matt is all about Thanksgiving lunch, quote unquote, so that you can heat up leftovers again for dinner.
See, that's like Christmas vibe to me. That would surely be Christmas vibe.
Right. Because Christmas dinner is at what time, Scott?
So for me, personally, I'd say we're going at like, 2 or 3.
Yeah, okay.
Then we're going to eat again at like 8 at night, probably. We're going to have
Exactly. Do you want the best leftover recipe in the world? And this is mainly for Thanksgiving, but you can do it for Christmas too.
And so if you sign up to Battle Cancer Waterpalooza, you also get a printed PDF version of this. So I'll only give it via audio.
That's right. It's you won't need to print directions because it's really easy. You get frozen puff pastry dough. Okay. You roll it out and you roll it into like strips, and then you take your leftovers and you put them all in, like the whole thing. So you put like a little bit of turkey, a little bit of stuffing, some potatoes, some mac and cheese, like whatever. I guess it's for Christmas, it'd be ham, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
Nikki's a Jew. She wasn't sure, but then ham's right.
Christmas. We're hosting Christmas for the first time this year ever. And Matt bought a ham. So I'm like, that's what people eat, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
So, and then you roll it and then you egg wash it and bake it. And it's like a Wellington almost. It's like the flakiest, butteriest, best parts of your dinner all at once. And then you dip it on Thanksgiving, you dip it in cranberry sauce, but you could dip it in gravy. You dip it. It's like a big Thanksgiving egg roll, but in a puff pastry. It's the best. It's better than Thanksgiving dinner.
So do you guys know what a Yorkshire pudding is?
Only from watching the Great British Baking Show.
Okay, because that's something that I had to really bring into like Freya's family. That I was like, okay, I'm Northern. We survived on Yorkshire puddings. We have to introduce them to it, and trying to explain to many people in Miami what a Yorkshire pudding is very, very difficult.
Aren't they gross?
No,
they're wonderful. Just kidding. Okay, explain.
So if you imagine, take like a pancake batter, and then you put it in like a cup, and then it grows up, and it becomes this like really nice, gigantic kind of like lightly sweet but savory addition to the meal. But kind of like what you've just explained, there's another thing in the UK called toad in the hole, which is where you take different things like sausage, or you take some vegetable and you put it in that batter and you cook it in the oven, and this thing rises up, and then you have the different stuff that sits inside of it. So for your British listeners, they should know what Yorkshire pudding is and what toad in the hole is. The US listeners, if they fancy doing something different, it could be a combination of these things.
Great. I would totally eat that.
No one trusts this. No one. You guys put beans on toast and you top it with cheese. Come on, like no one believes you, Scott. No one.
I tried to give something back to the country that's given me a lot, but I tried to give something back.
Here's what my very American Thanksgiving was like. I get the girls up on Thanksgiving morning. We go to Cracker Barrel. There's nothing more American.
Woolly tradition.
Nothing more American than Cracker Barrel. Now, here's the new thing at Cracker Barrel. They start selling alcohol. Now, I'm not drinking much these days, like very little. But they have mimosas at Cracker Barrel. So I'm like, I'll order one. So I order one. And our server is a middle-aged white woman. And I
Shocker.
order it, and she leaves and comes back and goes, "Can I see your ID?" I'm not making this up. Both my daughters are looking at me like, what the fuck is going on right now, right? Now, I just assume, because this is Cracker Barrel, they have a policy that they're going to ID everyone.
It's
right?
the rule.
Like,
Sure. I would
it's the
think the
rule.
same thing. Yeah.
So I hand her the ID, but then she stares at it for a very uncomfortable amount of time. Like, I swear, like, just really trying to figure out how old I am. I'm like, what are you doing right now? There's no way you think I'm even close to 21. Why are you doing the math in your head as to my real age? Like, this is totally bizarre, you know? So that was the first weird thing. But we had biscuits and bacon and hash brown casserole and cinnamon apples and all the great things you can have at Cracker Barrel and a couple of mimosas. Then we come home and we put up our tree and we have more mimosas, this time with the girls.
Yes.
'Cause they love it. And then I go to my ex-wife's house for Thanksgiving dinner because we're very progressive that way.
I'm proud of you for that.
Nice.
It was great. Yeah, they're very nice. But my daughters like it because they want me to bring up politics. Like they're like, Daddy, please say something about Israel. Just bring it up, would you? Just bring it up.